Hey guys, welcome back to the YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately destroy the value of our figures and free them from their plastic and cardboard prison. I got you something nice today. It is Captain America vs. Venom 2-pack. Now I'm going to split this review up into two just because I want to focus on the figures individually a little bit better, but let's take it to the table. Alright, so we got this box over here, and for the most part, I absolutely love these square boxes. I love them way better than the dome ones, and definitely way better than the plastic free. You can actually see the figures here, and it just looks beautiful. Look at that pixel art with Venom over there, and you can see just the great looking figures. Absolutely love these square boxes. Really hope they don't go back to the other ones, but that's besides the point. Look at that great photo. All that great pixel art and everything. You can see the logo of Captain America vs. Venom, and this whole Gamerverse figures have just been at least looking good, but that's besides the point, because here at the YKB, I don't care about boxes, so let's get this Captain America and Venom open. Let's see how they work. Alright, so the box is the video game background, the training room, so that looks good. That looks cool. And here's Captain America and Venom in the plastic. They look pretty good. Looks pretty clean. I really do like what they're doing here. Alright, there we go. We got Eddie Brock Venom. And I'm not gonna lie, the blue's kind of winning on me. I was gonna pass on this, but it was a gift, so I got it, and now that I'm happy that I did, because this Venom actually looks pretty good. It looks like a lot of reuse. You can see the pins in the legs right over there. But for the most part, I'm like, it looks absolutely beautiful. I'm like, the arms look nice. Obviously, I think this is almost all entirely reuse from all the different Venoms from the last couple of years. Like the head is from the 3-pack. The body is from the latest, newest Venom they released. All tooled. You can't see these tooled Venom they released. The legs are clearly, shoot, can't remember his name, but whatever. It's a lot of reuse. But, when you use reuse right, it looks good. And let's just get a close-up on that face. It's pretty good. But enough said. Let's go look at his accessories. Alright, so we got Venom's head over here, which looks amazing. I always love Venom with his tongue out, especially spewing his acid. Looks pretty good. And this is how I'm definitely going to pose him. I'm not too big into the Eddie Brock half face thing. Very much going to use Venom looking like Venom. And he got his claws, which again is how I'm gonna pose him. In my head, Venom never punches anybody. He always claws them. So look pretty good. I do have a flaw right there, but that's besides the point. It looks good. Here's the accessories. It does feel a little bit light though. I feel like this pack should have had more accessories. Alright, so we got Venom here, and let's get his accessories on him. You can see that face real fast, real quick, because after this, it's never going back on. That's much better. I would have preferred open mouth, closed mouth over this, but this is just my personal taste. I think the game, he does that, or whatever, so, And then here's his fist. With the hands, I much prefer these hands over the previous versions they used. I have a different Venom that kind of uses the same buck, kind of, and you'll see the difference in hands or forearms. I like the smoother look, which is much better. And this Venom is bulky, man. Absolutely love this bulky look. I don't know, this looks brolic. This looks like a Venom that could chase down Spider-Man. That's all I gotta say. I have a little flaw in mine right there. 2 holes. Now, come on, look at that. Doesn't he just look menacing? Doesn't he look like he's going to be eating a couple children? This is nightmare fuel right here, and it looks absolutely amazing. Gotta say. Look at that paint with the teeth, with the tongue. Maybe I'll get a little bit close up. Just look at that face. Don't like that joint there. Really don't. Really wish that was one entire piece, but it does look good. Really does. But besides that, this pack, I do have a little bit of a complaint. This pack, you know, these are Venom's accessories. That's it. 2 hands and a head. And Captain America comes with, I guess, technically 5 accessories. So I do feel like this pack is a little bit, it's a little bit low on accessories. I don't even know the price because this was a gift, but I can easily look it up. I kind of feel like I need more. All I really gotta say. All right, so we got Venom here, and let's do some articulation. Arms go back like that. Man, that moves amazingly. Goes forward like that. The neck crunches down like that. Looks up like that. Let's do this. It crunches forward like that much. Goes back like that much. The top bit crunches in that much. Top bit crunches back that far. So, not a whole bunch of room for those who want Venom to look straight up and do all that. It looks like kind of can't really. So, T-pose. Bicep swivel. Moves all the way around beautifully. Double jointed. So it works. You know, these are massive arms. Cannot do a split. There's a lot of extra plastic up here. No butterfly joints. Or no drop down hips. So it has butterflies. No drop down hips. Thigh swivel. It's a little tough. Can he kick his butt? Not even close. Nope. No boot swivel, but he does have ankle rocker. And I do have an issue. This blue does not match this. I don't know if you can see it too well, but this does not match this. Looking closely now, I think they did a pretty good job on the matching all the paints except for the legs. The older legs that they reuse is just shiny where the rest of this is not. So I'm gonna have to hit it with a matte finish just to take that shiny away, because looking at it now, it is a little bit it's a little bit distracting. So, but you know, Venom can move. All right, so I got Venom standing here, and let's see how big this boy is. Venom is about, I want to call it 7.5. It's close enough. Let's just go with 7.5. And from side to side, he is about 3 inches. So, you know, he's a pretty big boy, which is fine. He's using that red, Omega Red kind of body. So I want to just see how big the tongue is, just from the jaw. It's about 1.5. Now it's 1.25. Tongue is about 1.25. So if you care about those things, you know, that's what you got, which is fine because this guy looks amazing. I didn't think I was gonna love the blue. Really didn't think I was gonna love the blue, but I don't know. He's won me over. All right, so I got Captain America and Venom over here standing side by side, and you know, just so you can see the comparison of the two, which is what I like. I always like a bigger Venom. Like, in my head, I don't know how to say this, but like, Venom is like Bane's size. It's like, Batman's a big dude, you know, he's like 6'2", but Bane is supposed to be just that, like, monster freak. You know what I mean? So I like that Venom over here is just towering and bigger than Captain America. Especially that this is a bulky Captain America. This cap looks like no pushover. Maybe the shield's a pushover. This little frisbee disc. Look. Look how small this is. Ridiculous. Let's get rid of this. Disappointing. But, you know, there's our size comparisons with each other. I really do like this. I really like both of these figures. I wasn't expecting to like this pack as much as I did, or as much as I am. This blue has won me over, and this bulk on Captain America is just absolutely amazing, and the paint job. So, only problem in this is, you know, I guess the little amount of accessories and the shield. That's really all it is. Coming from the future here, I forgot to do this. Here is Ryu, just to see how they scale and compare with each other. Obviously, Ryu's a little bit shorter of a dude, but he's kind of the standard height for the Jada Street Fighter line. So there you go. You can see how they scale with him. Now back to the review. Alright, so I got Venom here, and let's bring out some Spider-Man to see how he's in comparison. And I got 4 of them here. So here is Pizza Spidey. Here's Kid version Spidey. Just in case, you know, that's your cup of tea. I do prefer Kid version Spidey over, you know, adult Spidey personally. There is Fantasy 15 body. And this is the Spider-Man 2-pack. This is not Maximum Spidey. You know, no new tooling for this guy. And, you know, you can just kind of see how he compares to them. I like the heights. I really always like a Venom that is bigger than Spider-Man, but, like, not crazy big. Like, I always say I like Venom to be the height of, I think I've already said it, of, like, when Bane compares to Batman. You know, Bane's just, you know, he's bigger than Batman, massive than Batman, but not, you know, crazy big, if you know what I mean, in comparison to him. It's kind of how I like my Bane. Or my Venom. I'm getting distracted here. And what's other to get distracted then? See how he works with, you got Venom, you need Carnage. And I just brought one of them out there, just one, just to see how they work with each other. And I think it looks pretty good. I like the sizing, I like the colors. He's chaotic, it's great, it works. And alrighty, so since I got Venom here, let's do this. I have a couple Venoms here. I normally like to take out the litany of Venoms, but with this, just a couple will do. Here is one of the older Venoms. I can't remember which type. They released a couple of them in this body mold. Here is the other one. I can't really tell. He has the 3-pack head from the Amazon 3-pack, which, you know, might as well get them out here to compare. And you can see they're the exact same head. No difference except for the blonde colors, you know, there. So here is the 3-pack Amazon Venom, the one that the other head goes to. And you can just see how, you know, it's basically the same body. I didn't get the upgraded version of this, but you can see what I'm talking about with the arms. You know, I don't know if the newer Venom got the same treatment. Maybe it did. I don't know. I didn't want to pick it up because this guy was pretty good. But, you know, I think I do prefer the turned tongue to this one. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. But they look good. They very much look good together. Here's Monster Venom. Trying to get them together. There's Monster Venom. You can just see the size comparison. And I really just wanted to bring it out just to show the different sizes. Sometimes Monster Venoms like this are too big. So, you know, bigger is not always better. And the King in Black Venom. So, just to see the size comparison. He's a little bit bigger, more realistic, because I kind of feel like this is just the movie Venom with the proper paint on it, and then they threw some wings in it. So, you know, at least they try to make it better. They literally released this, right? The second this dropped, they put the pre-orders for the, where is it? They put the pre-orders for this out. That was so messed up, Hasbro. They know no one would have got this guy if this was here. That's for sure. But that's how he compares to the other Venoms. I think he does pretty good. The blue, I absolutely love the blue on him. It makes it unique, it makes it different, but you know, it's winning on me. I thought it wasn't, it is. Well, enough on comparing those figures, those Venoms to himself. Let's bring out some other figures not in his line. As I said that, I bring out Iron Man. But there's NECA Turtle. Jack Specific Homer, Loyal Subjects Aang, SH Figure Arts Naruto, Star Wars Black Series Maul, G.I. Joe Classified Series, McFarlane Spawn. I think the height works. It looks pretty good. And this figure just looks beautiful. Scales pretty well with everything. You kind of want Venom to be a little bit bigger, so it works. And just look at this dude. Look how amazing he looks. See how shiny those legs are, though? It's like, whoa. But he looks absolutely amazing. So what else can I say about this Venom? Absolutely love it. It won me over. I thought it was gonna be the, the garbage figure out of the two, but I really enjoyed both of these. This Venom is pretty good. I used a great mold, and it's just fun. It really is fun. And isn't that what a toy is supposed to be? Just fun. But enough with all that. For more reviews like this, come to the YKB. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Get this 2-pack. It was just fun.